Yeah, they put their foot on our necks, but we let them, so what you expect? When the last time you picked up a book? When the last time you wrote your own check? Yeah, we all up on IG and Netflix, and the devil, he got you on chill. He's scrolling and trolling your life, you can't see he destroying, cause he got you still. It's your vision that he wanna steal, and your mission that he wanna kill. No condemning, I'm keeping it real. It's conviction I want you to feel. And I'm praying today that we wake up, and the mess that we made we can make up. It's because of a skin that they hate us, don't know what it's gonna take to shake us. Listen. And I'm not pacing, I'm just patient. They thought that I was moving slow, they didn't know I was waiting. Yeah, it's my season, it's my reason. I talk with God every day, I'm not into people pleasing. And forever I'm for God, and I just want you to know without him, life is hard. So get your heart right, get your house in order.
Hi, I'm Charcy Curtis. This is the IM4GOD Movement podcast. Some of you in the Fayetteville may know me as Sizzle Diva. This is where we allow people to tell their testimonies from all walks of life. For those that's first time tuning in, thank you, thank you, thank you. For those that's been watching us, love you and thank you more. I'm going to allow my guest to introduce himself. Can you introduce yourself and tell him what you got going on today?
What's going on? It's a pleasure to be here, first of all. This is Mark, Talkk TV, founder of all the productions done with Talkk TV. Do a lot of videography here in Fayetteville, and I'm just honored to be here on this show today.
Well, we thank you so much. We got so much to talk about.
Yes.
Did you give them the information how to get in contact with you on Facebook and Instagram, please?
Absolutely. So on Facebook, you can go directly to Talkk TV. That's REEL. Talk 2Ks TV on Facebook, as well as my personal page, Mr. Fantastic. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram as well, the same way, Mr. Fantastic. And it's fantastic, man. Let's do it.
Okay. Well, let's get in these questions, you know.
It's so fantastic.
So how was it like for you growing up as a child?
Growing up as a child, first of all, I was born in Philadelphia. Okay. And growing up as a child for me was pretty. It was good. Okay. I can say life was good. Okay. I really didn't need too much for anything. I had both my parents. Okay. My dad worked a full-time job at the prisons, and life growing up. I can't say that I needed for too much, but you also had your challenges. You know, friendships and walks through life that you had to go through. But outside of that, my childhood was really good. I think I was a child. Okay. I was being a child in my childhood. Okay. Yeah. Well,
that's a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not everybody's story.
Everybody can have that story.
Yeah. You know? How important is it, relationships to you?
Relationships to me are important. I can say number one relationship is with God. Okay. Having that relationship with God, number one, actually will lead the way for other relationships within your life, within your walk every day. Having good relationships, whether it's business, whether it's personal, it can be good and it can be bad. Okay. It just depends on, I believe, that particular relationship, and what level it is, right?
Okay. Have you ever been in a dark place, and if so, how did you pull yourself out of it?
I've been in a few dark places. Okay. Whether it's coming up in the street back in Philly, okay, or my son's mom passing away in my face, my dad's life. Seen him take his last breath in my face. My brother committing suicide, killed himself on my birthday, or 2 days after my birthday. So it's been so many dark places that I've been that I don't even see it dark anymore, if that makes sense. I take it as, boy, I just gotta leave it in that box, because them dark places actually grabbed a hold of me at a point in time. And learning how to, once again, put them dark things in a box keeps me going.
So how did you deal with it? I mean, if somebody was to ask you?
I can say how I dealt with it. Yeah. I honestly can't say it was God, because I go to family. Family, it's like, oh, it's okay, things is okay. And, everybody tell you that. Yeah. But it don't be okay.
Right.
You know, it don't be okay.
Right.
And God led strangers into my life.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
That put a word in even books. And some of them was how to deal with death.
Okay.
Because that's what I was struggling with the most. But then there was a situation to where I found out that my little girl wasn't my little girl at the age of 3. And this happened in Philadelphia. So those were dark things that were snatched from me that I just, you know, like I said, I just continued to rely on God, but I had to find that strength. And really I found it through other people that maybe knew what I was going through or just had a good word to say. Like this, like I said, this woman, she read me on the bus, gave me a book about death because she knew something was going on. I never met this woman. She said, look, whatever you're going through, I don't know, but I want you to read this book.
Well, God used strangers, we know that. And that's his best work, when he have a complete stranger come to you and just give you something that you've been asking, like, God, show me a sign, give me something.
Absolutely.
And then when a stranger gives you, be like, whoa,
Yeah.
I only been talking to God, so where you come from?
Exactly. So
Yes,
it was like,
yeah.
when that hit me, it was kind of strange, but I knew it was God working some
Right.
kind of way
Oh,
in my life
definitely.
to
Okay.
pull me back, you know, because I was straying away. It was, you know, so much going on, you know.
Yeah, that's good. And I mean, I tell people all the time, when God tell you to do something, you got to be obedient. You just do it.
Instructions.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people be like, oh, well, they going to think I'm weird.
That part.
And that's and third. No, just do it.
Just do it.
Just
Yeah.
do it.
Absolutely.
What keeps you grounded?
I would say, for the most part, my kids, you know, being a single parent, it really taught me a lot of responsibility. You know, I became a single parent at the age of 24, 25. You know, my son's mom passed away. And I had to make a transition from the streets to being a father for real. You know, and before I became a single parent, you know, and this is nothing to take away from women, but I used to always hear a lot of women, you know, they would complain, you know, oh man, I gotta do this on my own, and you got, look, you had the kid, you know, you know, what are you complaining for, you know? But
you
the
changed
job
that language,
is, you know, just like, you know, I wouldn't understand that until I had to walk
That walk.
that walk,
Yeah. So you changed that language.
and my language, whole
Yeah.
lingo,
Oh yeah, changed. Yeah.
You know, I was dating a girl one time, and she told me, you know, I don't understand why you don't got no male friends, right? I got male friends. The problem is that when I became a single parent, a father, the fathers are missing. So I had to stay home with my kid when my homies wanted to go out to the club. They really didn't understand that, bro. What you mean you can't go out, bro? I got to sit here with my kid.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Right.
So they didn't really hang with me like that because they didn't do that. Who respected what I did was the women.
Oh yeah.
You see, the women respected the fact, and I wasn't doing it for respect. I had to do it. I had to raise this boy, and some of my homeboys, they like, you know, I can't see how you do it. They respect, but a lot of the ones that I did want to kick it with, they weren't doing what I'm doing, so we didn't relate. So that's one of the things that keep me grounded is really taking care of my kids the best way that I can. I want to be the best father that I can to all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's like my number one thing when I wake up in the morning. You know, and then just, you know, just staying a good person as best I can.
I want to give you your flowers on behalf of raising, because there's a lot of fathers that don't do what you did.
Yes.
And I mean, like I said, you said women, we've been doing it. We ain't got no choice. Like when it come out of us, it's like,
Yeah,
we stuck.
absolutely.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying?
man,
Y'all just walk off and just do what you want to do. But yeah.
I mean, we running the streets, we playing football. We like,
Yeah. So I want to definitely say, you know, congratulations on that. And I give you your flowers on that. What is something you may ask God for and you wish you'd been specific about it?
I think I should have been more specific on wanting to be married and who I wanted to marry.
So I take it you've been married before.
Never.
Oh, okay.
But the closest I've been was to my son's mom. She passed away like 6 months before we was getting married. But I asked God for that, and I asked for a particular woman, you know, and I think I asked for it the wrong way, and who I thought it would be, it's not. And so I'm like, Lord, can I get a do over? Like, let me do this over again. Let me do this over again. So yeah, I want to ask for better guidance on a wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to put this ring on this finger. Right here.
Okay. What is something you may regret?
Gosh. They say, well, Jay-Z got a quote on his song. Well, he got a song that say, you got to learn to live with regrets. So you got to learn to live with them. I think I learned to live with a lot of things I think I regretted. But if there's something that I do regret, it's not continuing to play high school football.
Okay.
I let the street take me out of where I was very talented at.
Okay.
And if that would have happened, we probably wouldn't be talking here today, because I know my
So what would you
skill,
say
my talent.
that child out there that may be going through that same
I would
thing?
say, to be honest, continue.
Okay.
Continue. Don't let nobody influence you. Don't let the streets influence you.
Okay.
The streets will take you away from any of your goals or dreams without a care.
Okay.
Without a care.
Yeah, you telling the truth?
Without a care. And I think that was my wrong turn.
Okay.
And I didn't have to do it.
Yeah, because you had both of your parents.
You know, I had, you know, and the thing about it is, although I had both of my parents couldn't teach me what the things that the street taught me.
Right.
You know, although I didn't have to hustle, all my homies did. So I'm quite sure my mom and pop knew what was good. I never put it to their face. I didn't have to. But they knew my homeboys. That's what I hung around. That's what I was with. So I didn't have to do it, but I would say keep doing what you believe in. If it's sports, if it's a talent, if it's a scholarship, don't let nobody take you away from it. Not even the streets.
Okay. What does self-love look like for you?
Myself.
Okay.
And that's not being cocky.
Okay.
And why I say that is because I've been through some things where I had to love myself. I had to force myself to do that because of some things that I didn't like about myself. And the transition to where I came from, you know, being Poppy, you know, I'll fight anybody in a minute. That was my mentality. What you say to me? You know, and I felt like for me, I probably didn't love myself to be able to jump off at people like that, because if I didn't love myself, I didn't love them.
Right.
So I had to learn to love myself so I could love them and not have to go at them like that. You know, so I can say, you know, just become happy. I think I'm in the most happiest point in my life, and that's part of it. Is that self-love.
Okay. How did you turn your pain into power?
Prayer.
Right.
Constant.
Okay.
Constant prayer.
Okay. What would you like the people to know about you that they don't know?
I would like people to know. Okay, I'm gonna look at the camera a little bit.
Okay.
I'm a Capricorn. I do speak my mind. Okay, and one thing that I do is I respect everybody, and I try to give that first. A lot of people might judge you based upon other conversations you might have with people. But when you really get down and sit to know me, you'll know that I'm a kind person. I give. I'll help somebody else first before I give to myself. And a lot of people know that. And that, you know, just, you know, approach me as a person, and I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that same love and respect back. You know, and it's not hard.
Okay. Okay. If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be and why?
I would change in my life. Oh man, I wouldn't change a thing.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because I've learned so much, and God has blessed me with so much to this point. I don't think I would change anything.
Okay. What you would say different about the old you versus the new you?
Once again, like I said, the old me was really, bold, big-headed, especially like before I moved down here. And the lifestyle is different, coming from the city, Philly, and then coming down here down south. I think that was God given too, because that's one of the things that grounded me. It's so people have hospitality down here.
Oh, yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
And when you find the ones that really do care down here, they really do. And when you don't get that a lot, and you haven't come from that environment, it's hard to take it. But once you get used to it, man, you love it. So that's where I'm at with that right there. I just love the change that down here has brought for me. It's grounded me very well. And I love it. And sometimes it takes in a different environment to kind of humble you a little bit.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because up north, y'all really mind y'all business.
Yeah, man. It's hard not to, because you got to, because people be like, yo, like, you'll speak to somebody, they be like, you speaking to me before, you don't know me. Like,
yeah, y'all
dude, I'm just saying
roadside. Yeah,
so
my daddy was there.
It's crazy, but yeah.
That's
I love it down here.
Yeah. What was that moment like when you realized God was real without a shadow of a doubt? So give me a testimony.
The moment that I knew God was real without a shadow of a doubt was having my daughter. In Philadelphia, I had a little girl, and I was dealing with an older woman at this time, and she had got pregnant by me. And then out the blue, she let me know I had a daughter by her. And so I raised this little girl for like 3 years. And then like on her third birthday, we had her party ready and everything. And she called me on the phone and told me that that my daughter wasn't mine. And that till this day, is, although I've gotten past it, like that's one of the things that really, really cut me. There was an attachment that was there. So as years went on, I chalked that up, and I talked to God, and I asked him, give me another child, give me another daughter. And now I got that missing part back. She's 3.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Wisdom.
Okay.
And I try to be the best that I can for her, because she deserves that. I feel like she hasn't replaced that void from what I lost before, but she's a big, I can't say replacement, but I get to have that again, that feeling again, that was robbed of me, and robbed of that little girl, because I don't see her, I don't know her anymore. I don't know where she is, ever. I don't know. But that was something that really, that was hurting. But like I said, I got my daughter now. I got joint custody of her, so I'll never lose her.
Okay. If God was to ask you, did you bring joy? If God was to ask you, did you bring? Y'all gotta forgive me. If God was to ask, did you bring joy to other people? What would you say?
I pray I did. One of the things that I aim to do is, if I could do it for somebody, man, I want to do it. I want to be able to help you. And even down to my videography, you know, I know that brings joy to my clients because they want to see a production that's, you know, that their dream, their vision.
Right.
So, and then when I do it and they be like, yo, I love that. That was good. It brought them joy. That's I love that.
Okay.
I love that. So yeah, I will hope that I am bringing joy to people.
Okay.
Yeah.
If God was to ask you, did you find joy in the life He gave you? What would you say?
I found a lot of joy.
Okay.
Enormous.
Okay. Thinking back over your life, what was that life-changing moment when someone told you no and you turned it to yes?
Once again, and not to really put my business out there, but you know, my daughter is my biggest accomplishment because I wasn't going to be told no, I couldn't be a father in my daughter's life. And whatever I had to do to make sure that happened and that no, if there would be a no, could not happen. So that right there would be, that part right there was why I had to turn that no into a permanent yes.
Okay. Have you ever been in something and you knew God was the only that brought you out of it?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah.
What was that?
I was in the 3rd grade.
Okay.
And we caught the school bus, the T's bus. We called it the T's bus. And my bus was late getting us to class. And before I went to school, I stopped at the store. I got me some chips and stuff like that. And the bus got us to school late. So when I come into the classroom, we come in late, myself and a couple other kids, and I had my tips in the bag. And my teacher ended up coming to me and taking my chips, saying that I was eating my chips. You can't eat them in the class. You came in here late. And I'm like, yo, I wasn't eating these chips. And she was like, give them to me. I said, no, I'm not going to give you these chips. And she took we start tugging for the chips. Pow, the bag bust. I got so mad. I took my book bag and I took it, pow, right across my teacher's face. I could have got expelled from school because of that. That was an attack on my teacher. Because my mom knew, the principal taught my mom in school, they didn't expel me from school. Because that was I said, Lord, never again, thank you, Jesus. I'm telling you. But I did pay the price for it. My parents did get me. But that was when I knew God was on my side because I didn't want to be expelled from school. That was just because I wasn't that type of kid. It just happened, you know.
What's more important to you, loyalty or respect?
I take loyalty.
Okay, and why?
Why I take loyalty? Because a loyal person, I feel like a loyal person, you can count on them. Because they're going to be loyal, even if they don't respect you. Because that loyalty sees past, a little bit past respect to me. And how I can explain it, I'm not sure, but I feel like a loyal person would go harder than a person that don't have respect for me. They'll do what they can to sabotage me.
Yeah. I get that. If someone was to say to you, I'll give you $1 million to change your belief, what would you say?
I can't accept the cash. I can't sell my soul.
Okay. What comes to your mind when you hear people say you can't love God and money?
I think my pastor said something about this before. And you can love money. The thing about it is worshiping money over God. Because we need money. God knows we need money to live. He knows we need that, so he provides that. But we should not worship anything over. Now, when you come to worshiping money, you worship money, then we have a problem. To me, you're.
So you love money?
I would say yes. I love money. Okay. You know why I love money? Because I get to provide for my kids with it.
Right. I get
you know, I'm not saying I worship it. I you know.
No, it's a difference between love and worship. I was just asking.
I do love to have money because that goes to the part of me giving. You know, when I like to be a giver. I don't mind. You know, I'll pay for it if I got it. I'll put it up if I got it. You know, bringing joy to people. And not saying that I'm using money to bring joy, but money brings joy.
But God can do it all.
He is the source.
Oh, definitely. I like to look at money as a tool. I like it, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's each his own. I just, you know, but you know,
because he's gonna provide the resources. For
of course. But the question was, what comes to your mind?
What comes to my mind?
When you hear somebody say you cannot love God and money.
But what comes to my mind is that they're just trying to.
You can't put them in the same sentence. God is a jealous God.
You really can't. Yeah. You can't. But I worship God, but I love money. Yeah. I worship God. I just love money, Lord. I love money.
I love God. I love him and I worship God.
And I love God too. Yeah. I love God. I don't love money over God.
But that's the whole thing. Yeah. That's when you say you can't put it in the same sentence. You had to put it. You can't put them in the same sentence.
Yeah. So you just can't put it in the same sentence. You really can't because you're going to have that type of discussion.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're going to have that type of discussion.
And I get it. I get what you're saying. But you know, you have those people that they don't understand. Like I said, you know, if you got God, everything else will fall in place because He is the I am that I am. So with that being said, it's like the money thing is. I mean, if He wants you to have it, you're gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? He put people in your life. He'll have a stranger come up to you, and they don't even know why they're giving it to you. Yeah. And then they give it to you because they're made a bet with God. They made a promise with God, and it's like, okay, God, what can I do? And God said, give this to this person, and you don't know because it's not for you to know. Nope. And then you sit here saying, God, I need you to help, and then here go this person giving you this. So that's what I said. I just don't. You can't put the two. It's no comparison.
Yeah, it is really.
And you get caught up in a materialistic things, which money is falls into that.
That's true too. That's true too.
You know, but
because like you said, is that person? If God told that person to bless you with that, He told them to do that. Yeah. You know, and I ran into an older woman at the laundromat. She said, "Hey, the old lady, you want to make this $3?" I was like, "No." Because I knew what she wanted. I'm like, "Man, you don't have to pay me to do. I'll carry your laundry in." But she said, "No, you're going to take this $3." And I said, "You know what? I gotta take this $3 because it was on her heart to do that, and I can't reject that."
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. It's a big difference. But it's like, to me nowadays, we have to teach our young ones about far as, you know, so they so caught up in materialistic things and the money. Yeah. So if they get connected to God, everything else fall in place. Yeah. Yep. You know, that goes back to relationship. Preach. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just a funny thing for me. But I like to have the conversation because, you know, but I ain't always been there. So at the end of the day, we all, you know, go through. But getting to the brand IM4GOD, I know you've been supporting. I thank you so much for it. What does IM4GOD mean to you on a personal level?
On a personal level, when I look at IM4GOD, IM4GOD. And although I'm still working on myself personally, which everybody is.
Ain't nobody perfect.
Nobody's perfect. I want to absorb everything within the liking of God, right? And to be able to pour that out and disperse it the way He needs me to, right? And I don't know everything, but I know when I go through Him to do it. Oh yeah. I'm being for God because once He gives it to me, I dish it out. Like even with Queen T Productions over there, she's running her own business. I said, look, we want to speak more business into you. We want to speak that you get up and get more customers and get these edits done and things of that nature because God put that in me, So now I have that nucleus that I want to pour into you to get you better.
Right.
You know, and just being a good person, as good as a person as I can. You know, for my kids, for other people. You know, I don't get it right all the time. I don't get it right all the time. But I know that God knows that, look, I'm not going to leave you even when you don't get it right.
Right.
Because if we keep practicing it and going with it, you're going to get it right.
Right.
You're going to get it right.
Right. And like I like to tell people, he's the best person to clean you up.
Yeah.
Let him remold you.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? I mean, because when you ask for him to do that, it's nothing. It's no comparison. But you have to first speak it and let him be known. I need you. I need you to come in and clean me up in there.
Absolutely.
But just you know, the I'm for God is based on I'm personally for God.
Yes.
You don't know who you for, but
Yes.
I'm for God.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I just thank you for always supporting and being there. What is the one thing you would tell the people positive, believe they want to know?
I would say, and this is for everybody that's listening, stop judging people.
Right, yes.
Stop judging people. Stop thinking you know everything. If somebody comes and give you a piece of advice, whether you like it or not, just absorb it. Absorb it. Take it, filter it. You don't have to get upset. And continue to love one another as much as we can. Help each other. Help each other, man. It makes a difference. If we could do more things together as a group. I was watching a video on Facebook, and I believe it was a Hispanic guy, and he was talking about black people. And I'm not just saying, but I'm just speaking right now because I've seen this video, so I'm speaking on the video that's already out there. Okay. How that Spanish people they got so much because they stick together. Black people, y'all don't have nothing because y'all don't stick together. And I'm looking at this video like, well, I know we do stick together. I got some people that I do stick together with, but I kind of understood what he was saying. We got to stick together. Come together a lot more. Have these discussions. Let's have these talks. Bring it to the table.
Right.
You know, if something's bothering me, let's talk about it.
Right.
Something's bothering you, let's talk about it.
Right.
You know, and outside of that, give respect, you get respect. That goes a long way. And that's real talk.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. And thank y'all for always tuning in. And just like I said, you know, this is just a way of letting y'all believers hear these people's testimonies so y'all can just hear it for yourself. Thank you again. Love you, but God loves you more. You just never know who I'm going to have on here. Until next time.